experience the power of this Mercedes. Okay, you ready? Get ready. It's seat-forcingly lethal. Here we go, and ready. Onto a straight so we don't spin out. Oh my god, this car's so fast. Oh my god, oh my god. Ah! Wow. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm not one for speeding, but I really don't understand why people do 30 miles an hour in a 40 limit when there's nothing on the road in front of them. They're just so slow. I don't understand it. These are the type of people that do 30 mile an hour wherever they go. Like the 40 mile an hour brigade. They do 40 mile an hour in a 60, 40 mile an hour in a 40, but 40 mile an hour in a 30. They don't really understand what's going on. Anything more than one range of speed, they get confused. Come on, mate. There we go. Oh, it's a woman. I hate to say it, but it usually is. I don't want to be sexist, but usually the ones that hold people up don't really know what they're doing, dithering around on the road. I'm sorry, but 9 times out of 10, they are women. That's not being sexist, that's fact. It just happens to be that way. Most of the time, when I overtake someone who's been dithering in the outside lane, overtaking nothing, doing like 10 miles an hour under the speed limit, it's usually a woman or an old man. And that's just fact. Can't help it. I hate saying it because it makes me sound like I'm being sexist, but I'm really not. That is actually true. I'm not saying all women are like that, you know. I've seen women drivers that drive like crazy. I've seen women drivers that drive great, perfect, nice clutch control, nice observation on the road, fantastic. I've also seen men that drive like idiots and drive like they shouldn't be on the road. But, you know, it does tend to favour the women on the not quite sure how to drive factor. I'm not quite sure where the old saying is that men cannot multitask and women can multitask, because I think that's based on 1950s ideals of women bringing up baby and doing cooking and cleaning and sorting out the ironing and stuff like that, you know, chores at home. Fair enough, multitasking, great, yes, but men can do it too. I mean, women cannot seem to have a conversation and drive at the same time. Men can, you know, and I don't need a phone to my ear to do it. I can completely see what's going on around me. I'm completely observant on the road, but at the same time I can also have a conversation. Oh shit, no punking out of the way. It's a massive gap, love. You can get see, that's the other thing that amazes me, sort of over exaggeration. There's a massive gap between us that the ambulance could get through, but the woman on the right hand side insisted on going up the inside of the roundabout. Why? It's an ambulance, it's not a tank. Good morning all, it's Tuesday and I'm heading off to my friend's and I'm going to service my car. I'm doing it over there because he has more equipment than I do. When I left England before, I got rid of everything. Everything. So annoyed. Well, I wasn't annoyed at the time, but I am now. And he's got ramps, so I don't have to worry about jacking the front of the car up and just drive it up the ramps. So much easier. So I would use his facilities, and besides, if I get oil on the floor, it's his floor, not mine. I say that because I've got block paved floor, and he's got one that's used to oil because he's got an old Cortina, so it's you know, it lives in oil. No, not really. So it's another beautiful sunny February morning. Fantastic. Loving the sun. And they say England is always raining. And I have noticed my petrol light is now on, which means I'm going to have to stop for petrol. Do I do it before or after the service? The front of the car is going to be in the air. I'm not changing the fuel filter simply because apparently it's a lifetime fuel filter on these cars, never need changing, apparently. So I haven't got to worry about that. But is there going to be enough fuel to restart the car afterwards because it's right up in the air? So does that mean all the fuel that is in the pipes is going to drain out? Because there's not enough in the tank? I don't know. You ready? Time to hit the turbo boost button. Monkey like banana. Well, I can see that just ahead of me here are black clouds, not blue ones, black clouds. And I'm hoping they're going the other way. I can't really tell at the moment because it's not very windy, so I can't really see which direction they're going. But if they're going that way, that means I'm gonna get wet. Raining when you're outside under a car, not good. Rule number 1, don't service your car when it's raining. No, scratch that. Rule number 1, make a cup of tea. Rule number 2, don't service your car when it's raining. Rule number 3, service your car. So I'm at my friend's house now, and I'm just hoping it's not going to rain. I can see now that the clouds are sort of coming in this direction. So we'll have a cup of tea and see what's going on. So welcome to my Mercedes engine. 3-litre V6, as you can see, V6. Time to service. Okay, removal of cover.
That was easy, wasn't it? I'm surprised it
there you
didn't
go.
just fall off.
I know, amazing, isn't it? As if someone had already done it before. Unbelievable. Here, as you can see, is the oil filler cap filter thingy job. We shall be removing that and draining the oil, which means I've got to take the...
Can you do it in a Chris Evans voice, please?
Twat 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 twat. Is that good enough for you?
Spot on.
Okay. Okay, so we'll be removing the engine cover at the bottom of the car to drain the oil out, and then removing this cover to change the spark plugs, and we'll be changing the air filter as well.
Cool.
So we have oil, 2 of those, because it takes 8 bloody litres. Spark plugs, 6 of those, being a V6, funny enough. Thankfully, it's not the model before, which is the 2.8, which had 12 spark plugs.
On a V6, which is random.
Oil filter. Obviously, it's in the box. That's not the oil filter. And 2 air filters. One this side and one this side. Okay, rain is stopping play. Again. So, time to close the bonnet. Put stuff back in boot. Thank you very much, Mark. Mark, another Mark, 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 Mark. And into the boot we go. Look at that. Blue skies. Time to carry on. Okay, so the clips are undone. Just need to undo this pipe, no problem. And there we have it. Spark plugs are over here. And over here. The first thing I need to do, obviously, is get the tray off. And then undo the sump nut. So, see you on the other side. Okay, well, I had a bit of a moment, unfortunately. Undoing the sump nut, I spilt the oil. And unfortunately, it's gone everywhere, which I will tidy up, Mr. Environmental Health. So, no worries there. But yes, that's my fault, and I take ownership of that. So I've been told to say. Okay, retake. So yeah, had a bit of a mishap. Unfortunately, what happened is the sump plug came out very, very suddenly, and the oil decided to shoot everywhere because I wasn't concentrating, and something like that happened. Well, actually, no. What happened was James came, and no, that's not James. James came and drove through, and then an earthquake happened. Was it earthquake? Yeah. And then a lightning bolt that came out of somewhere, and
it shifted
the lightning bolt hit my foot, and the foot hit my elbow, and my elbow nudged the oil container. And
so it has nothing to do with
what happened.
Drop the sump plug in the oil.
No. Well, that was a reaction from the lightning bolt that hit my foot, that hit my knee, that hit my elbow.
So